Okay, so obviously Stella moved and I can move it back. Oh, I had to get up and do some stretches. My hip is not healed as much, but I don't trust the medical community at all. I don't want to go in and have them tell me blah 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 is done and then we're going to have to do a hip replacement and all of the shit. I don't fucking trust them. Man, I'm holding out for this quantum healing system. I trust myself. I trust my own connection to the other side to go in there and use that to heal. So yeah, that's what I trust. Anyways, so one thing too, another thing that I yesterday, some stuff I was talking about, and then something popped up, and it was something about the book of Thomas. It's not just stuff I talked about that day. It's kind of like mostly everything I talk about. So yesterday, this thing popped up about the book of Thomas, the hidden books being released or something like that. And so I knew that that's going to be happening, or I know that's going to be happening, because they, when they went into the Vatican, you know, they took all of the information and it's going to be released, the stuff that was withheld, because they had to manipulate us through religion. So they withheld a lot of the information. And so when I went in to watch this, I was like, oh, you know, is it already started? Like, I haven't ever heard of this book of Thomas. And I'm not somebody who follows, like, the Bible stuff. So, you know, I never heard of this book of Thomas. So when I went on and watched it, it was a guy, and he talks about, you know, better ways to live and stuff like that. But he has a theology degree too, so he knows more about the Bible. So anyways, he was reading some of the stuff, and I think he had just gotten it, but I guess you can go in and print it out. But then another one, because the algorithms, I guess, another one popped up, and this one was 2 years old. So I was like, okay, so this information has been out, so this isn't the new information. So these are books that somehow were found or released before. So this isn't the ones that I'm talking about, but still, in the book of Thomas, so this guy, he really seemed to know a lot about religion and history and stuff like that. And he was very interesting to listen to. And the stuff about he had gone into the book of Thomas. I think it's like 20 pages or something like that. And he had highlighted all of the excerpts, is that how you say it? Excerpts that were in the Bible already, or concepts that were in the Bible already in yellow. And then he went in pink, and he did the ones that weren't, that were taken out of the Bible. All the things that were taken out of the Bible was all about mysticism, about the stuff that I talk about. You know, and that's what I would classify myself more as, you know, if I was going to use a label to label myself, that's what I would call myself more, as a mystic or a spiritualist or something. Because, yeah, I see everything not just, I see it as, you know, what's considered being mystical at this time. So anyways, this book of Thomas talks about these same concepts what I talk about. And so this is where I think, you know, this will weird some people out. Some people will get it. Some people will just be like, okay, no. Okay, so if you get the idea of these different, you know, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, you know, these different people, you know, have come into society, and they have gotten this information from out there as a sensitive or whatever, came in with that mission. Then they put that information out there. And so the information that went into the Bible was coming from a certain source, right? And they translated it in dialogue and understanding of how they were perceiving the world at the time. So, but they wanted to also pass that information on. But a lot of the, dialogue they used was very, it's been lost, especially with the manipulation of language and communication over the centuries. So a lot of that stuff has been lost, just like what I talk about with the agenda of like, stop doing cursive now, push cursive, stop cursive. It's all this way to manipulate our translation, our history. So anyways, how they were talking, but they're talking about the same things I'm talking about, like this connecting. You will find God in yourself. If you want to be happy, then that is in you. Everything is in you. And all the other worlds, heaven and everything is in you. And, but they wanted to leave that out. They didn't want people to, if you were able to do that, then you could be happy. You wouldn't need them. So they had to take out those parts because they had to control the people. So they took out the good parts of this self-empowerment and being able to connect and find yourself and find true happiness in yourself. So anyways, so now currently, so we jump up to nowadays, and we're in a very transformative time in our human evolution. And so we have all these different souls that have come in right now. They've got all sorts of labels and stuff. Wanderers, the light workers, star seeds, and all these different people. They're all bringing in this information. And there's different like deities up there who are giving information. Like it's the same information that was brought forward way back then. The same people up there are trying to communicate that information again, only they're trying to give it to us in a current understanding. So they're using, like when they tell me stuff, they use words and understanding of things like for instance is like at this time we understand the butterfly effect or the domino effect, how each thing hits another. So that would be a concept that we understand, but say, 500 years from now, when somebody is talking about that in a book, those people won't even understand what they're talking about. You see, that's how it works. That's why, I don't understand how these people get so caught up on the Bible and the translator, and, it is so clearly is misinformation to me. So anyways, we have people here currently who are bringing in the same information. And that was just made so clear to me when I saw that and I heard them, what they were saying. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the same stuff. And I've heard that, well, there's people on different planets, aliens, whatever, inner Earth people, us from the future, like all these, the ancients, the ancestry, the people trying to, fix the problems that they broke when they were here. All these different people are communicating the same messages because they're the messages of truth, because it is inside of us to find joy, to find hope and stuff. And that's one thing too about manifestation is, there's so much focus on manifestation. I just, I want to manifest money. I just manifest myself out of this misery. If I just can manifest a lot of money, I'll be good. And that's not how manifestation works. Manifestation is not about, like, here, let me get this quick fix, bring something in real quick, it's going to fix my problems. That's not what it's about. Manifestation is about a view of yourself. It's how you view the world. It's how you approach life. And so if you are coming at it as very negative and defeated and, poor me, energetically, you are manifesting. You're bringing that straight to you. You're bringing all of that to you so you can continue to be defeated. You can continue to feel beat down and to experience loss. You have to change your head. In your head, you have to change how you look at things so that you can see, like, I am worthy. My desires are leading me. I know where I'm supposed to go. And those things will come to me easily because I know I'm supposed to follow my desires. And I have value. I see myself as having value. You start putting that out there. That is manifesting. It's the way you see yourself. That's the manifestation. It's what you're putting out there because you are pulling how you see yourself as the energy you're pulling towards you. And so if you're seeing yourself as being worthy and, happy, and you want abundance, you want more and stuff like that, then you just start seeing yourself in that way. You start seeing yourself as like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have so much money. It's going to be so great. I'm going to not even have to worry about things. It's going to be so wonderful. I've got so much money coming to me, and then you don't get caught up on the time. You don't think like, oh, it's been a week, didn't get a check. See, they're not really there for me. No, because they know what's the right time. They know how it's supposed to work, because the butterfly effect, the domino effect, how divine order, divine timing, how it all has to work together. You have to get to a certain point in your realizations to have this or that happen at this or that time. And you are part of that design. These people are not just doing this to you. You were up there. You designed your life before you came into it. Life's not happening to you. It's happening for you. It's happening so you can experience. And so many people think that it's happening to them. They can't get out of that headspace, and they feel trapped and they feel victimized and, hopeless, helpless, all of it. And it is that shift. That's what you want to look for being able to get to that part of manifesting. Like, I can manifest, what I want easily. I've been able to do it for a long time. And I don't go around asking for, like, I have done it before. When I saw about him writing himself that check, I'm like, oh, so, because I've looked up stuff before, what other people said, like The Secret and stuff about manifestation, how to do it and stuff like that. And it does have to do, you may need to use affirmations. You may need to use visuals. It is retraining your brain. It's reprogramming you of how you approach life, how you approach the world, how you see yourself, and how you see yourself in this world, like what you feel you deserve. Because if you feel you deserve whatever you want, you'll get whatever you want. If you don't feel like you deserve it, you feel like there's something wrong with you and stuff like that, that's what you need to work on. That's what is being shown to you. So you can find those. Those are the hidden gems in you. You got to take them out. And, it is, it feels, it's like removing heavy rocks from your soul, when you take these things out and you process. It's like, that's the lifting, the higher vibration, because those things hold us down. They're heavy. So when you release those, it's uplifting. You feel lighter. You feel better. Then you do start seeing, like, I have value. I've got value. I can have whatever I want. I'm connected to the other side. I see myself as, start seeing yourself of how you want to present yourself, not how you feel like you've been trapped, because you're only trapping yourself. There's nobody there trapping you. You are the jailer. If you feel like you're trapped and things aren't working for you, it is all from in here. It's how you are approaching the world. It's how you're approaching life. And so when you can step back and look at yourself, and then it leads to healing. You have to heal the wounds that hold you back, the chains that drag you back, the ties that hold you. You have to heal those. And then things start falling into place. But yeah, if you're just looking up like you're in a bad state, you're just looking up like, oh, if I manifest money, people are manifesting, so if I manifest money, then it will come to me. You're definitely going to come at it the wrong way, because you're going to keep on thinking, well, You know, where's the money? I put it out there. See, God doesn't care about me. Nobody cares about me. I can't even have any money. I'm just in here. I haven't even had a good meal in a week. But it's you letting yourself get beat down, you know. And start to explain, because, you know, if you are in that place, then the messaging that you will even receive will only confirm how you feel. Like, you won't even hear the real message behind what I'm saying or any messaging out there. And that is one thing too, is to, you know, the more that you connect and stuff like that, like if you're talking to somebody and you all of a sudden hear something loud in your head, don't think like, oh, I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to sound crazy. Then go ahead and say it, you know, put yourself out there, leave that message with them, because you could have very well just picked up on something that somebody is trying to get a message to them. They're not listening, and it may not make any sense at that moment, but 6 months down the line, all of a sudden, then it's like, oh my gosh, that person told me this, because they're always here trying to help us, to try and keep us on the track that we chose for our lives. They are trying to always keep you right there. Like, that's, you know, sometimes they do have to pick up your car and move it. You know, sometimes they do have to do miracles to help us, but they're there helping you all the time. So as soon as you start seeing they're not working against me, they're working for me, I'm just not in sync with them, you can find yourself to get into sync with them. But it takes a lot of trust. It takes understanding that there's more out there. There's more to this world than meets the eye. Okay, so there might be some more stuff. I feel super flooded today of information that I'm trying to share or whatever. So hopefully some of the stuff makes sense to somebody, but I do feel 100% like, even if it doesn't make sense right now, 6 months from now, it can make total sense. So anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye.